Let us begin by becoming still. Let us allow the noise around us to settle and the noise within us to quiet. We breathe in slowly and we breathe out. We are here, in this moment, awake to this new day. We give thanks for the breath that moves through us, for the life that continues, for the gift of beginning again. We are grateful for the light that has returned, for the morning that greets us, for the chance to be present in this unfolding day. We give thanks for our bodies, for the way they carry us through the world, even when we forget to notice, even when we take them for granted. We are thankful for the people we will encounter today, for those we love, for those we know well, and for those whose lives will brush against ours in ways we may not even recognize. We give thanks for the simple things, for water and warmth, for shelter and safety, for the ordinary gifts that sustain us. We acknowledge that this day is not promised to be easy, and we do not ask that it be without challenge. We know that life brings both comfort and difficulty, both clarity and confusion. We ask instead for the strength to meet this day with openness, to face what comes with a steady heart. Help us to be present to what is real rather than lost in what we fear or what we wish were different. Guide us toward honesty with ourselves, toward a willingness to see things as they are, not only as we want them to be. Give us the courage to accept what we cannot change and the wisdom to know where our efforts truly matter. We ask for patience today, patience with ourselves and patience with others. Help us to remember that everyone we meet is carrying something we cannot see, that every person is navigating their own struggles, their own uncertainties. May we be slow to judge, slow to assume, slow to react with harshness. When frustration rises in us, help us to pause, to breathe, to choose our words with care. When we are misunderstood, help us to respond with gentleness rather than defensiveness. When we feel the urge to prove ourselves right, help us to ask instead whether being kind might matter more. We ask for clarity of mind today, for the ability to think clearly and act wisely. Help us to sort through the noise, to discern what truly needs our attention and what can be set aside. Guide us in our decisions, both the large ones and the small ones, the ones we notice and the ones we make without thinking. Give us the discernment to know when to speak and when to remain silent, when to act and when to wait. Help us to listen well today, to truly hear what others are saying, not only with their words but with their presence. May we be attentive to the quiet signals, the unspoken needs, the moments when someone needs to be seen. We ask for gentleness in our interactions, for softness in our tone, for kindness in our gestures. May we bring a sense of calm to the spaces we enter, rather than adding to the tension or the hurry. Help us to slow down when everything around us is rushing, to remain grounded when chaos swirls. May we be a steadying presence for others, even in small ways, even without knowing it. We ask for humility today, for the ability to acknowledge when we are wrong, when we have caused harm, when we need to make amends. Help us to apologize sincerely, to admit our mistakes without excuses, to learn from what we wish we had done differently. Give us the grace to forgive ourselves for our imperfections, to accept that we are human, that we will stumble, and help us also to forgive those who have hurt us, to release the weight of resentment, to let go of the stories we tell ourselves about who is to blame. We know that holding on to anger only binds us, and we ask for the freedom that comes with release, We ask for compassion today, for the ability to see others with tenderness, to recognize their humanity, even when they frustrate us. Help us to remember that harshness creates more harshness, that cruelty breeds cruelty, that the way we treat others shapes the world we live in. May we be instruments of gentleness, not because we are perfect, but because we understand how much gentleness is needed. We ask for gratitude to remain present in us, even when the day becomes difficult. Help us to notice the small moments of beauty, the brief instances of connection, the quiet gifts that appear when we are paying attention. May we not wait for everything to be perfect before we allow ourselves to feel thankful. May we find reasons for gratitude even in the midst of struggle, even when things are not going as we hoped. We ask for courage today, not the loud courage of grand gestures, but the quiet courage of showing up, of doing what is needed, of staying present even when we want to retreat. Give us the strength to face what we have been avoiding, to have the conversations we have been postponing, to take the steps we have been delaying. Help us to move forward even when we are uncertain, to trust that we do not need to have everything figured out before we begin. We ask for peace in our hearts today, a peace that is not dependent on circumstances, a peace that runs deeper than the surface troubles. Help us to find stillness even in the midst of activity, to carry a sense of calm with us wherever we go. May we not be ruled by anxiety, by the constant worry about what might go wrong, by the endless rehearsal of worst-case scenarios. Help us to return to the present moment again and again, to trust that we have what we need for right now. We ask for the ability to be of service today, to be useful in ways that matter, to contribute something meaningful to the lives around us. Help us to notice where we are needed, to respond with generosity, to offer what we have without keeping score. May we find purpose not in grand achievements, but in small acts of care, in the daily work of showing up for each other. We ask for resilience today, for the ability to bend without breaking, to endure without hardening. Help us to meet disappointment without collapsing into despair, to face setbacks without losing hope. Give us the strength to keep going when we are tired, to continue when we feel like giving up, to persevere through what is difficult. And help us also to know when rest is needed, when pushing forward is not the answer, when the wisest thing is to pause and restore ourselves. We ask for connection today, for moments of genuine presence with others, for the warmth of shared humanity. Help us to put down our distractions, to set aside our devices, to be fully present when someone is speaking to us. May we create space for meaningful conversation, for laughter, for the simple comfort of being together. And when we are alone, help us to be at peace with our own company, to befriend ourselves, to treat ourselves with the same kindness we hope to offer others. We ask for wisdom to guide our choices today, to help us navigate the complexities we will face, to show us the way forward when the path is unclear. Help us to learn from our experiences, to grow from our challenges, to become more understanding, more compassionate, more whole. May we not waste our struggles, but allow them to shape us into people of greater depth and empathy. We ask that we might live today with integrity, that our actions might align with our values, that we might be the kind of person we hope to be. Help us to notice when we are veering off course, to gently correct ourselves, to return to what matters most. May we end this day knowing that we did our best, that we showed up, that we tried. We release our need to control everything, our desire to manage every outcome, our insistence that things go according to our plans. Help us to hold our expectations lightly, to remain flexible, to adapt when circumstances change. May we trust that there is a larger unfolding at work, that we are part of something greater than ourselves, that we do not have to carry everything alone. We ask for protection today, not from all difficulty, but from the things that would truly harm us, from the forces that would diminish our spirit. Guard our hearts from bitterness, our minds from destructive thoughts, our relationships from unnecessary conflict. Help us to move through this day with grace, with dignity, with a quiet strength. And now, as we prepare to step into this day, we take one more breath. We feel our feet on the ground, our place in this moment. We carry with us the intention to be present, to be kind, to be awake to what is real. We go forward with gratitude, with hope, with trust. May we walk gently through this day. May we be a blessing to those we meet. May we find our way with clarity and peace. We are ready. We begin.